another... Oh yeah, we already grabbed the matches from there. So the rune. We can go check out the runes now. So let's go check out the runes, I think. I think that's a smart... Okay. The runes are not simply carved. Nothing happens. I shall have a closer look. Okay. So... Whoops. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Okay, R to read. Okay. Some are highlighted. M... E... N... T... Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna move this over here so I can keep it where I need it to see it. Okay. Okay. E-P-N-O. Nope. Is it the wrong combination? Okay, so maybe it's the other ones that are... I don't know if order matters either. That's the other thing. So these ones are highlighted pink. These ones are highlighted brown. And there's 4 that I have to figure out. Give me a minute to try and think this through. Let me think this through. Some are highlighted. E-N or E-H-N-M-R-P-X-O. I don't think it's hero, because there's got to be some reason they're highlighted pink. I don't think we spell the word hero. I don't think that's it, because that would be H-E-R-O, which doesn't make any sense. Like, why are these ones highlighted? Like why are these ones highlighted pink at all? I think the order matters, but I'm not sure how to... Maybe it's an order of least to E-N-O-P? Okay, so... Alright, it can't hurt to try. H-E... Nope, it wasn't hero. I don't... This doesn't make any sense. Like, is it spell word, or is it... Okay, if you have a hint, Dora, I'm willing to hear a hint. Because I can't make heads or tails. Okay, so think what I can spell the letters. Okay, so I was kind of thinking, okay, so... P O Damn it. Okay, so... that wasn't it. Think what I can spell with the letters. So EHNMRPXO. Well, nope. We tried nope. That didn't work. NOPE. PENO, but that's not a word. Peno, that's not a word. Open! Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Oh my god. Motherfucker. A secret compartment is open, revealing an iron key. I've taken it. I've taken the opportunity to return the book where I found it. I don't want to carry it around needlessly. Yeah. My first response was fucking nope. An iron key for what, though? Okay, there's the weirdo. Just pushed around. Okay, fair enough. I have to get, like, fishing equipment, too, I think. As the person who did this capture Steph and the kids, why did that girl insist on me investigating this? What strange happenings are going on? Too many questions for which I may regret finding the answers to. Hollow and covered in moss. I don't have anything for that yet. Okay, so iron key. Nothing there. Oh, can I drain the pool? No. Speak with you later. Cracks. I mean, there are several locked doors upstairs, so let's check those out, I guess. The key doesn't fit. I can go in those rooms. I wonder if Giles is awake now. I can't hear that awful snoring anymore. Yeah. Is that time already? I say... Please don't tell his lordship that I was half rats again. Don't worry, my good man. Your secret is safe with me. Oh, I'm much obliged to you. Think nothing of it. I'm much obliged to you. Someone close on Giles' estate. Probably some alcohol if he has any spare. Apparently this is a painting of the famous Russian author Dmitry Sorochkin. Sorochkin. His most celebrated work is Felony and Retribution. No doubt Giles uses this rather large mirror to make sure his appearance is suitable for his job as butler, and that he looks relatively sober. We should return later. Okay, so we gotta get him out of his bedroom so we can inspect stuff. Okay, so none of these are... Hey, Demon King, how you doing? I'm doing alright, how are you? Okay, this may be the one that I can use the iron key on. Damn it. The key doesn't fit. Were you once married to a Colonel Arthur Fitzpatrick? Ah, the life of an army wife. Married young to a dashing young officer, widowed young to a hero of the realm I barely knew, because he's always away fighting for his country. How long ago was that? Oh, I don't know. The years flow by like an unbridled river. My memory fails me at times. It was long ago anyway. Why are you nervous? Bad leave of you. Now what am I supposed to be doing? Oh, cool, awesome. The liquor cabinet? No. So where? I don't think it fits outside anywhere. I mean, this would be a good way to keep one of that hose out of above water, but it needs something to attach the hose to the wheel. Wire? I can now attach something to the wheel with the wire. I don't know what possessed me to do this, but here we go! I'll attach one end of the hose to the wheel and breathe through the other end. That is, if I had a good enough reason to dive in, which right now I don't. But I don't have a good enough reason to try something as risky as diving in the lake. Damn you! I'm so close! No! Okay, so we figured out a puzzle by chance because I was just clicking around a bit. Well, I can put the nail file into the music box. But I can't turn it. Thinking that the spanner would work, but I don't know how to combine. It doesn't. I wonder if it's the screwdriver? No, I gotta find something else for the nail file. Zan, you need to rest. And I need to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, shit. No. No. I can't talk with anybody. Yeah, already. Actually, there's some other people I can talk to again, maybe. Nope. Nope. Oh, wait. Hold on a second here. No, damn it. Can I use it on any of these things? Nope. So I have no idea what this key goes to or how to use it. Shoot. It's really gonna be all rest for Turkey Day. Nice. Huh. I am a little stuck. Dude, there's something out in the lake. I just don't know what or how to get it. That will serve no purpose. It's a simple reading. Explore the lake bed. Yeah, we should explore the lake bed! Arrgh. What am I missing? If you use RPG Maker, just use the, I would just use the, recommended for RPG Maker, honestly. What? It said there was a hollow filled with moss. God damn it. The key fits into the lock I found in the hollow with and a secret door opens. The cave inside is very dark. Nani? I'll need a lamp and the means to light it. I also that. I don't. Wow. this. It's unlit. Okay. With the lamp and the means to light it, I may now enter the cave. As soon as the door opens, I'm assailed by a foul stench, such as I have never had assaulted my nose before. However, I do recognize that smell. It is the smell of death. What's that moving over there? Who's there? Am I hallucinating? Coming out of a daze, I stand just inside the doorway of the secret cave. With shaking hands, I light the oil lamp. I look around me in horror. What I see is every bit as unsettling as the vision I just had, but this time, it is undeniably, terrifyingly real. I must get away. Holy shit. Two men and a woman. All have evidence of whip marks and strangulation. One has a large puncture wound, as if stabbed all over. So loud. Evidence some of these bodies have been here for a long time, although scraps of flesh indicate that perhaps scavengers are more to blame than decay. Using my lamp to peer further into the cave, I can see more dead bodies. A couple of dozens or more. Holy shit. These bodies are laid out as lovers. Goodness knows what disease that could be harbored here, quite apart from the impropriety of touching decaying corpses. Yeah, let's go talk to, Francesca. There's the dude. Okay, he moved, so... Okay, so... Okay. You said something about secrets. This house offers a hidden chapel, which I believe contains a special Bible, a priceless heirloom of my family. Do you want me to try and find the heirloom? I'd be most grateful. There's a lever inside the base at the end of the second floor. If you pull it, a hidden panel will slide back, opening up a crawlway which leads into the chapel. I'm certain the Bible is in there somewhere. Presumably you have looked in this chapel. Why are you so certain the heirloom is in this chapel? You have looked in the chapel. My father told me, but he had died before he revealed me the secret of how to find it. I'm sure no one else knows about this chapel, so it must still be in there. Do you have any ideas about how to find the heirloom? I do remember hearing him recite Revelation 6, 1-8, on several occasions, something about horsemen and disasters which I couldn't understand. Maybe that has something to do with it. I say, you're a lot smarter than you lead people to believe, I think. I put it down to my simple diet, vegetables and water only, like Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in ancient Babylon. I'm terrible with names. I feel like those names are important. People are less guarded around simple folk, so we can pay to appear more foolish in their eyes. Okay, so there is a secret in the vase. The end of this. That's right. Ground floor, first floor, second floor. This is, yeah, okay. As Gary said, there's a lever almost at the bottom of this vase on the inside. When I pull it, a secret hatch opens on the eastern wall. This is curious. It looks to me like this is once a priest hole, but has been expanded quite a bit. The Catholics were persecuted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth I, so great homes and mansions owned by Catholics often hid these hiding places for when their places were searched. I don't recall ever seeing one converted like this. The room itself is a conflict of styles, too, with Spartan furnishings more akin to Puritan ideals, but the statue and stained glass window are extravagant, given the location. There's a thick layer of dust on everything. I doubt it has been used for many years, maybe even over a century. The inscription says that this is Jesus in the form of Michael the Archangel. Michael the Archangel. An image of an angel. The window has some sort of faint backlighting. It's not made to be visible from the outside. This is supposed to have been several candles, but there is only one in place. The design reminds me of a spider. The mortar has crumbled in a couple of places. This place clearly hasn't been very cared for over the years. I wonder how many people know of its existence. There's just a single pew at the back of the chapel. The pulpit. There's something that looks slightly wrong about the back. The wood grain runs differently to the rest of the pulpit. Oh, so back up with my bare hands. I need to remove the screws first. Oh, okay. Oh, sweet. This is a King James Bible. Not very old and in plain sight. This can't be what Gary was looking for. Let's see. Gary's verses were Revelation 6, 1 through 8. Revelation 6, 2. And I saw and behold a white horse, and he that sat upon him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. A white horse. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat therein to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and they were given unto him a great sword. Oh, that is loud. Turn that just a little. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, Come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and power was given unto him over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. Well, let's... Unfortunately, the screwdriver, although quite small, is still too large to fit these screws. Oh, nail file time. Using the nail file as a makeshift screwdriver, I remove the false panel and reveal a most unusual safe. Instead of a dial which can be turned, there are 8 icons. 4 horses of different colors and 4 disparate items. They can be pushed down. Okay, so we gotta... Okay. First one, okay. White horse, bow, and crown. I gotta write these down. Okay, so... Horse, bow, crown. That was the first one. Okay. Okay, and there went out another horse that was, okay, red horse. And sword. Oh, time to hydrate. And now you guys can barely hear the music. If it swells again, I'll turn it down again. Okay. And we opened the third seal, I heard third beast say, Come and see. And behold, a black horse and balances, okay. Or scales. And finally, pale horse and a name that was on his death. Kill with sword and with hunger and death and with the beasts of the earth. Okay, so fourth is pale horse, sword and death and hunger and death. Death and beasts. Okay, let's take a look at this puzzle. Let's see, 4 buttons with the drawing of the horse, and in total there are 8. Okay, first there was a white horse with a crown. Then we have a red horse with a sword, and a black horse with scales, and lo, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death. The safe opens and inside is something I never thought I'd see in my lifetime. A complete Gutenberg Bible. It's loud again. These are immensely rare and must be worth a fortune. This has to be the heirloom Gary was talking about. I will take it to him. There we go. Sweet. Here it is. I have found your heirloom. I can't believe it. You actually did it. Thank you so much. This will set me up for life if I can find a buyer. As a token of thanks, please take this key. I'm glad I could help. The key you just gave me, what is it for? It's the key to the 3rd bedroom, next to Charlotte's room. I like to keep clear of the grand lords and ladies of this house. Whatever they may say, they don't like me at all. What could I want with this key? There's a secret room underneath it. I've been in it once, when I was a young child. I can't remember what took me there, but I'll never forget what was in it. So, what was in it? Written by Steve Gutenberg. Amazing treasures from the Caribbean. Pirate treasures, I think. An oyster with a real pearl, bones made into a necklace, and most amazingly, a skull made of crystal. How do I get into this secret room, then? Alas, that I cannot tell you. I never knew the secret. There may be someone in the mansion who knows, or perhaps you'll have to work it out for yourself. Great treasures await if you do. I have no need of any treasure, but this key should come in handy. I must search every room in this mansion. Okay. Nothing there. Okay, speak with you later. Goodbye for now. I think that fish you gave me was off. I had the strangest vision since eating it, of a ghoulish-looking face, the minute I was about to enter a cave. Goodness me, no, your lordship. It was fresh. Only caught yesterday afternoon. Was anything else off? No, your lordship. It was leftovers from only dinner, which was very late last night. Has anyone else had strange turns after eating the fish from the lake? Well, possibly. There's often talk of seeing things that aren't there. I've never had it, nor Franny, nor Gary that I know of. Yeah, that's not... Yeah, but that's... The Gutenberg Bible is not Steve Gutenberg. It's a very famous, very old, like one of the first Bibles ever printed. Does everyone eat the fish? No, not me, your lordship. Can't stand the taste. Franny doesn't like it either, and Gary's allergic. So everyone who's had eaten the fish has had hallucinations. I couldn't say for absolute certain, but it does seem that way, your lordship. I take my leave of you now. Interesting. Maybe now I have a reason to go and check out the friggin' pillar. Family's wealth is vast, but not completely unlimited. Let's try it. According to Molly, people who eat the fish from the lake may see things. I really need to see what's down there. Time to dive in. Here we go. Oh, that makes no sense, yeah. Oh, glow. Oh god, is it radiation? A number of barrels have crashed down from the lake's surface. This is a document wallet of some kind, possibly waterproof. I think it's been overlaid with gutta percha. It's lodged under a rock. The rock isn't too heavy. I managed to dislodge it and retrieve the wallet from underneath. A waterproof wallet. A shimmering glow emerges from the crack. It looks as if a substance from the barrel is interacting with the water, creating a bright luminescence. I'd rather keep my distance. It looks dangerous. This is something for the authorities to deal with. There are documents in the wallet. They speak of an experimental chemical said to induce various psychotropic and hallucinogenic results in the vast number of test subjects. Those tested were all convicts and were disposed of afterwards. The document suggests that the plan was to expose the water sources as the primary cities of the American rebels with this substance, with the aim of letting them destroy themselves before reclaiming it for Great Britain. Oh, we're getting deep now! Somehow the shipment got sidetracked here, probably on the way to Liverpool docks. Clearly whoever was behind this planned on creating havoc and panic across the whole country. I'll report this to the authorities when I get home. Huh. Weird. Not unheard of, but weird. I still have that nail file. Will it... Just turn the gears around. There's got to be something somewhere. Anyway. We got the bedroom key, so we can open the bedroom, but I need to check something out first. I found evidence that the water in the nearby lake is polluted with a dangerous substance. Balderdash, that's who you to meddle in our businesses, young fool. I'm sorry, I did not wish to cause offense. I'll wait with you before I give you a damn good thrashing. There's a contaminant in the lake affecting people's minds. Really? How terrible! Oh, what is it? A moment of terrible clarity has come upon me. I will show you something. Come with me. I feel I must tell you this while my mind is clear. My sorrow so often overwhelms me, and if what you say about the water in the lake is true, my mind is muddled by that as well. I've always thought the children's disappearance might have been caused by Charles. I hid this bottle here, in the children's bedroom, where nobody would ever find it. Here, take it. A bottle of arsenic? How dreadful. But how can you be sure who used it? Charles was a strict man, but not cruel, so I am told. I did not work for them at that time, but after moving here, he changed and got angry very quickly. The water being contaminated would perhaps explain this. He got so angry at little Jonathan and Arthur, they became scared of him. Then I found this bottle. Please try to stay calm, Penelope. Try to stay in control. You're right, sir. I must remain strong or I'll lose my mind. What would you have me do with this bottle? I thought perhaps it could be used as evidence. I don't really know. I will see what I can do. Okay, so this is... The shadow of the branches outside look eerie. I can imagine a young child's mind turning them into a boogeyman and spending the night in sleepless terror. A painting of the popular music hall agitator, Tripodanos, singer, juggler, and comedian, all rolled into one, pictured here in a typically flamboyant outfit. A knitted doll. My Sophie has one and loves it to bits. Won't go anywhere without it. This one looks like it's barely been touched. Sure, we've got a box in the dark. This brings back my brother and I had a bunk bed when we were little. Is this the room that I'm supposed to open with the key? Maybe not. Oh, on the second floor, he said. Okay. So we got into this. Let's see. Just a door made with oak, very solid. Perhaps not completely childproof, but then nothing is. Anything useful in here? William would love this as a toy. Black panthers are his favorite animals. Okay, so there is many plots going on here at this time. You're going to get dead. I'll be fine. But, damn it. I'll play some music to calm you down. I missed that. Shit. So if you're watching the VOD, pause it and read it. Then you'll know what we miss. No, I won't go anywhere. Leave me alone. Unhand me. So good. We can't move her in this state. I need to get to that bedroom. Maybe I can find something that will calm Edith down and then we'll move on. Charlotte's words indicate that music may soothe her. I went too fast. Sounds like in that bedroom. Charlotte's words indicate that music may soothe her. Oh, we're just in the... Okay, so I gotta find... I have evidence that something in the lake is contaminated. Surprise me, this place is cursed. You really think this place is cursed? Since I moved here, both of my children died. That is enough for me to view it as cursed. Yet there is something here of value. What do you mean there is something here of value? Sir, I feel you've earned my trust. You both recovered my poetry book and trusted me with the information in these documents. I would like to enlist your help in finding the Book of Secrets. Book of Secrets? What is that? My ancestor kept a diary of his experiences in the New World, where he had what he described a spiritual awakening. He called it the Book of Secrets. So what's the problem? I have never been able to open it. I do not trust anyone except maybe Franny, but she is always so busy. Please, sir, I beg of you. I feel Lady Edith may know something about it, but she talks in riddles and, frankly, she scares me. Why do you not just chop the chest open with an axe? I fear that by doing so I may damage the precious book inside. What makes you think Lady Dennison knows how to open the chest containing your ancestor's book? She says strange things sometimes. Well, all the time, really. But sometimes she talks of a French pirate, and I wonder if she's talking about my ancestor. It could be just nonsense. How do I get into this secret room? There are two small buttons inside the drawer in the dresser to the right of the mirror. Press both these buttons 3 times in quick succession, and a trapdoor will open next to the left side of the bed. Okay. 2 buttons. 3 times. So that's when I get into the room, but I gotta find a way to get her out of the room. Okay, so, So how do I get sheet music? Something like so much strange behavior. The family have a strange persecution syndrome. They're always convinced they have enemies everywhere. I must make sure they agree to get Molly out of this place. Keep going to that room when there's nothing there. I think it's the fish. I'm going to eat them because it's affected. Huh. Who'd have thought that my fish allergy would actually come in handy? Look, I'm planning on getting out here anyway. We'll try to join you after you find your folks. Fish, get the mines. Explain many things. I'm thankful that you did not eat the fish myself. Although seeing the increasing madness with Hussein eyes without the power to take action was terrible in itself. Okay, so we gotta find sheet music somewhere, maybe? So the calm Edith down so I can get that better. Charlotte's word indicated that music may soothe her. So is it gonna be... But you eat the fish that have ingested the contaminant? True, but in my case, the whiskey protects my gastric organs. The whiskey protects him, oh my god. The whiskey protects him, wow. It's gotta be the music box, but how do I friggin' use it is the question. Bottle of arsenic poison. I feel like I'm missing something, but what, I don't know. The gramophone! Oh my god, you're right! Shit, I forgot about that! Maybe I need to wait. Maybe swap the... It only affects one room, yeah, and I can't do anything with it. Just turn it off and on. So where do I find friggin' sheet music? I feel that's what we're missing is stinking sheet music. I don't know where to find any sheet music, so crap. Oh, where's the original title for the deed for the property that ends a family? 3011, throne. Make all the details. Let's see. Let's prove there's a door in one room open by switches underneath, musical instruments in another room. It's an intricate design with transmission system underneath the flooring. Oh. Something that's actually built? I've never seen anything like it. Another document acknowledges the existence of a foul substance in the lake that has been discoloring the local flora. Oh no, that's about. Okay, so there's something about the friggin' title deeds, Great Britain. Legal battles, oh, so buildings themselves, of the legal wrangling over estates, so I have no need for this sort of book. Ah, where is some sheet music, though? Oh, did you look it up, or do you have an idea of where? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'm still looking. Oh, hey, we can look in here. He's gone. It's impressive. Oh, you get to feel the rug. Free to explore. There we go. Okay. I can... Wait. Okay, so we can come here to explore, but then how the frick... Mirror. Swivel vanity mirror. Oh. Ah! Sheet music on the other side of the mirror. There we go. So what order my Penelope had it? Sweet. I can't play a tune on that. Ask Isabel. I found the sheet music you were looking for. I can play the piano a little. Would you like to accompany me on the harp? Thank you. I will let you know when I feel ready to play it again, Sam. Okay, so goodbye for now. Go up and tell them, I guess, maybe? Or just... Tell me now! Damn it! Okay. So we found it, but now we gotta figure out how to make her play. Balls. And there. And there. And then they can't go here. Business. Goodbye. I am. Just take the damn thing! Go in there. Goodbye. Turn that off. Here, nothing here. Just back in the lake again, why not? Wait, is it of significance? I'm not going any further into the cave. This place sends shivers down my spine. I need to ensure my family don't end up here. Arrange them in a ring. Nail file it! I can't file that. Spanner it! Huh. Water was slipping above my head and ended me. Besides, Christy else me falling in the lake. We're in the mood to enjoy it. Possible holiday, prominent rock, but what do I do with that friggin' prominent rock? Twitch, yeah, we don't want to do that. Huh. Rocks. Wasn't it my childhood? So be careful of their footings if they were the worst thing that had happened to them. Tree, foliage, rocks, purple plant. We already took part of the purple plant. Huh. It's the tree right here. What? But none of these are falling in the lake. And I can't do anything with that rock. This rock is heavy. I have no reason to push it around. Huh. I'm not able to do anything with any of those rocks in there. What about... Nope. Nope. Damn it. The one in the forest. That would be this one. That's the only one there is. That was on. Huh. But a crystal? Yeah, I got nothing about that. And that's right after the Isabel thing? Like, after I find the sheet music? Also, am I looking at the right... Well, there's got to be something I'm missing. There has... I can't figure it out. It's a bit obtuse right now. Because I have all these different items, but I don't really have a whole lot of ways to use them. Nobody's in here. He's leaving. She's not talking to me. I wasn't able to interact with those either. Let's see, they just... I can look at the mansion, but that's it. And I don't want to look it up because we've been doing pretty good so far, but I feel like I don't know how to find the answer. And I feel like we're close to beating the game too, so I want to, like, even though it's 11 o'clock. I feel like the music box, there's something I'm missing about the music box. I feel like there's... Leftmost. I already looked at those, though. The prominent rock. It says is heavy. I have no reason to push it around. I must be missing an item. I'm gonna look it up. I have to be missing an item. Okay. I finally got the painting. Okay, direct the bones on the left 3 times. Whoa! I did not find a locket. Okay. It's not a rock. It's the bones. I had to inspect it multiple times. I'm not a huge fan of that in games, where it tells you, oh, hey, look a couple times, but I'm not touching those. And you're like, okay, then we're done. But no, it's like, I've taken it. Okay. Lock it with a picture of a girl in it. There we go. Oh, you're fine. You were trying to help. That's okay. I probably would have taken way too long to figure that out. I gotta figure out who to show this to. Is the girl in this locket Maze? It is. This is Maisie. I dread to ask where you found it. I'm afraid I found it in a cave, along with many bodies. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but is as I have long feared. May I keep the locket? I give Francesca the locket. When I get out of this place, will you come with me and bear witness to what you know? I will, sir. Thank you for giving me so much closure about Maze. I know she is dead. Knowing she is dead is terrible, but suspecting without knowing was worse. Speak with you later. There we go. Now is the time to... Shit. Now what do I do? Shit! That's okay. No, you're fine. Okay, so we did the... I'm going back to the guide. Okay, now it's like saying... Yeah, we already did that. Talk to Gary in the dining room downstairs. Second floor, try to go left. Into the rightmost room. Use a screwdriver on the I used it on the musical box! I freaking... Oh my god, I used it on the musical box! Seriously? I used it on the musical box, motherfucker! Maybe it's because I hadn't unlocked the need to. It fits quite well, and I'm able to play the music. I will take this to Lady Dennison. I give the music box to Lady Dennison, and it does indeed calm her down, although the family doesn't appear terribly grateful, and Charles gives me a very odd look. They all retire back to their respective bedrooms. Okay, that... Ah, jeez. See, I used the screwdriver on it before, and I was like, oh, I have no reason to take this apart, or whatever it said. I'm like, okay, so that's not what I use on this. The key fits. I've unlocked the door. What are you doing here, fellow? Away with you, lurking outside locked doors. Your behavior is most suspicious. Pardon me, sir. I didn't mean to upset you. Up to no good, methinks. Sir, do you recognize this? What is this nonsense? A bottle of arsenic. Do you recognize it? No, I mean, why should I? So, that's not the sort of thing you should be carrying around. Far too dangerous. Let me take it from you and dispose of it. Charles returns to his bedroom, having taken the bottle of poison. Oh, there we go. A small box for jewels or makeup. The box contains small trinkets and makeup, nothing useful to me. I open the drawer to the right of the mirror and find the two small buttons inside. After I press them both 3 times, as Isabella described, a section of the floor slides back to the corner to reveal a trapdoor leading down to another room. Painting of a campfire in the wilderness, shining dully, called The Final Blaze. I enter the room and look around in amazement. It's filled with all sorts of treasures and curios from the New World. These artifacts would not look out of place in an exhibition in the South Kensington Museum. An open oyster complete with its pearl, an amazing product of nature. Authentic Caribbean grog, produce of Scuffle Island. This must be the chest which contains the Book of Secrets. It is a strange locking mechanism I've never seen before. Some boxes that are sealed tight. From the odor, I think they contain exotic spices. Yeah, that's where I'm kind of... These bones are too big to be human. A painting of a boy with vibrant hues of scarlet. And it's getting kind of like... Yeah, I think we're going to call it here, though. I think we're close to the end, but I don't want to be up too late either, so we'll continue this tomorrow. I think that's good. We'll continue tomorrow. I think we're almost there. I think we're almost there. So thank you for joining me, everybody. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate that. Yeah, like a couple times, sure, but like 3, 4, 5, like multiple going back and forth. That's the only really kind of bad thing about this game. But I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying it, and I feel like I'm really close, but at the same time, it is getting late. Fuck it, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Fuck it. A skull that appears to be made from some sort of crystal. What purpose does it serve for the natives who made it, I wonder? Oh, do nothing. It's Isabel's legal inheritance. Inform the Mexican embassy in London about the crystal skull. Inform the French embassy. Inform both of them. You know what? Isabel's had enough strife in her life. She gets this one. I'll just say, you know what? She gets a gimme. Serious monstrous vision. Some horrible significance of black magic, I assume. Continue the mechanism with letters that must be rearranged into a word. Unfortunately, I have absolutely no idea what the word might be. Whatever the word is, it's 17 characters long, precluding guesswork. Holy shit. Okay, so I gotta figure out what the hell the word is. You have such fanciful ideas. You don't even look at the documents properly. When you get to my age, young man, you will find that you can quickly discern between fact and fiction, which that document clearly is. Okay, so I gotta figure out how to... Raid incoming. Lady Edith addresses me. Not just anybody can converse with me. To unlock my speech, the French maid knows the key. Now please take leave. Oh, she's French. Quizzical, thank you so much for that raid. I really appreciate it. How you doing tonight? How was your stuff that you were doing? I'm just about to finish this up. What were you streaming? I'm hoping to finish this up at least. Hello, Francesca. Lady Edith will not speak to me. It says something about the maid knowing how to unlock her speech. I assume she meant you. Hey, sir, keep away from that woman. Nothing good could come of a conversation with her. It's fun. It's a little obtuse. You gotta expect some things a lot of times, but I'm enjoying it. Then you will not tell me what I need. Then you will not tell me what the key is? You're like, no, I shall not. I have to ask you once again for Lady Edith's key. After the good you have done to me, I will, against my better judgment. See, we found her the locket. We did that a little out of order. It's some kind of strange defense mechanism she has. Unless someone says the correct rhyme, she simply won't speak to them at all. What is the rhyme I need to say to Lady Edith? Although I have come to you as a stranger, I wish to confirm that I pose no danger. Okay, there we go. Boom, let's go. I have learned your verse, Lady Edith. Although I have come to you as a stranger, I wish to confirm that I pose no danger. 10 out of 10, nice. Happy I played that the other night too, it was fun. I feel I can trust you since you know this verse, so please go ahead if you wish to converse. I'm so sorry that I startled you earlier, Lady Dennison. Don't worry, my dear, it's really okay. Far too easily startled I am today. Is there anything you could tell me about your female servants? 2 young maids we have, just like sisters they are. Our nurse we have too, but our mind wanders far. Is there anything you could tell me about your male servants? The butler will probably drink till he's dead. Our footman has nothing but air in his head. How are you enjoying the music box? The tune makes me think of a land far away, a melody sweet to my soul it does play. What can you tell me about your husband? She's a bit loony. Lord Alfred is indeed the love of my life. Truly blessed I am that I became his wife. Did you get on okay with Charles and Isabel? Charles showed poor judgment when he fell for a French, but he did far worse when he married the wench. Whoa. You don't approve of Charles marrying a French woman? She's not of pure blood, and so cannot be trusted, if only my son had not for her lusted. Uh-oh. What do you mean about Isabel not being of pure blood? Though appearance and charms are not shoddy, the blood of a pirate runs through her body. She has an ancestor who was a pirate? Under a rock by the shimmering lagoon, the French pirate's code can be seen at full moon. Boom, there we go! The French pirate's code? When the full moon is high in the midnight sky, a rock by our lakeside will tell you no lie. When the full moon is high in the midnight sky, a rock by our lakeside will tell you no lie. Sounds like I should remember that. Have you seen a woman and 2 lost children in the woods or in the mansion tonight? A wife and 2 children? Seen them I have not. Here in the wilds, we don't see strangers a lot. Do you remember an accident that led to a fire in the stables? Angry shouting, lamp knocked over, oil went splash, the horses and stables went up in a flash. Do you dislike the Ulster for some reason? Hostler. Jason held many views about his station. He thought too highly of our great nation. Was there a police investigation? Away from what civilization we are, detectives seldom want to venture so far. Something affecting people's behavior. The waters of our lake are beautifully pure. If you lived here for years, then you too would be sure. So no, look, I've understood what they're saying about the lake of water. Though impressive words this document contains, I believe not your claims of addling our brains. Whom do I have the pleasure of making the acquaintance of? I'm Albert Dennison, Lord of this mansion. The Dennisons have a proud heritage going back centuries. Have you lived here all your life? Indeed I have. Born and raised here, trained to handle the estate and all financial matters. It has been a good life. I'm very sorry I upset your wife. Is she okay? Thank you, my good man. She is fine now. She gets the jitters very easily, I'm afraid. Especially when the moon is full in the sky. Her mother was the same. Would you say your staff are reliable? The few we have left are a decent enough lot for servants. One can't expect them to understand the subtleties of life. They rarely let me down in a way that causes tangible loss. Have you noticed any strange behavior by anyone in the house? My good fellow, there is nothing but strange behavior here. My dear wife is the only one officially labeled with a mental disease, but she's far from the only one with adult senses. I'm going to strange behavior witness. I simply do not have the time. Not here tonight. A woman, a stranger, a woman, boy, girl. Apart from yourself, I see no strangers this night. The efficient lake contain a dangerous substance affecting the minds of those who eat them. What poppycock! I've never heard such an outrageous accusation. I mean, I'm here, I'm trying to help you. There's nothing wrong with the lake water, fellow. It's been perfectly fine for centuries. I have proof of what I'm saying. Look at these documents. Bah, these are merely the ramblings of a malcontent. Nothing to take seriously. Okay, goodbye. Well, I know where I need to go now. We need to go outside into the lake to the rock. This rock is referred to in a riddle. A rock by the lake when the moon is high will tell no lie. I should inspect it. Pushing the rock slightly, a plate with a jumble of letters is revealed. The moonlight highlights specific letters. I can make out two names written as one. Marguerite Christel. Oh god. I gotta write that down. Or I'll just... Screenshot. Boom. Alright. Oh, I didn't even have to do that. It just did it on its own. You know, just fine. Goodbye. Marguerite Christel is 70 letters long. Could be his daughter's name, or a reference to the pearl and crystal skull, or perhaps even both. I arrange the letters accordingly, and the chest opens. I find a diary or a book of secrets inside the chest. I should take it to Isabel. I managed to open the chest and get the diary you wanted. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know how I can ever repay you. I wish I could help you find your family. Samuel, wait a minute. I made up my mind. I am so grateful for all you've done for me. I'm ready to play the duet again. But this time, not to soothe my fragile nerves, but to rejoice. Will you accompany me? I hope it is not too difficult. I have to admit that I have not played the piano for some time. Fear not, it is a simple ditty. My skills as a harpist are not immaculate. Here's the music for the piano section. Thank you. Playing a duet. Okay, there we're doing. Thank you, Sam. What was that? What was what? I heard a noise from the east, I think. It sounded like a heavy stone object moving. I heard nothing, I'm afraid. The music has an extraordinarily calming effect on me. I will investigate. Stay here in case there's any danger. Danger? Why on earth would there be any danger? Just stay here, please. It's quite remarkable. A secret door is open at the back, at one of the pillars. Whether or not the music has activated the door's mechanism, I cannot tell. There's a ladder leading down. I should explore. In the dim light, I just about make out a ladder leading down. Even in my haste, I make sure to descend the ladder slowly. While my eyes are still adjusting to the low light level, I notice a thick smell of bleach amid the odor of mold. I wonder what they're having to clean to use so much of a cleaning chemical. A torch flickers, but my eyes are still adjusting. I can see bars and chains. In one corner of the room, I can see what appears to be an Iron Maiden. And then I see my family. My darling wife and children are caged like zoo animals. After an emotional reunion, despite the bars that separate us, the children's faces begin to transition from terror to hope, and Steph, despite being in obvious pain, puts on a brave face. Oh, Samuel, you have found us. I knew you wouldn't give up. I will only be happy when I get you out of here. What happened? We got lost and a woman told us she would help us. She gave us something to eat and drink, which must have been drugged because the next thing I knew, we were trapped here. That must have been Charlotte. Whatever her name was, she had us duped. Then more people came. More people? Yes, there were... Oh no! What is it? They're up there. Ah, I see you managed to find your family. You should never have come here. Now that you have, we can't allow you to leave. I don't know what you mean, but I can assure you we will never mention you to anyone. We have seen the visions. I know in the world outside people are jealous of the denizen heritage. Seek to take our home from us, make it their own. Only Isabel is innocent. She lives in a limbo in this mansion. I had just been swimming in the lake when I saw your wife and children, and straight away I knew they were agents of our enemies. Spies. It's the fucking fish. It's hallucinating. They're crazy. There's something in the water affecting your minds. You must believe me. I didn't want to believe you were a spy, but the more you protest, the more I am certain of it. We mean you no harm. We did not even know we did not even know you live here. Speak no more, for you have been judged, and upon this matter we will not be budged. The secret door is slammed. Daddy, are you going to get us out of this horrible place, aren't you? Yes, Sophie, I will get you out of here. If anyone can do it, all Father can! Oh, that's loud, wow, shit. I appreciate your vote of confidence, son. Now let me take a look around and see what I can do here. The whip is covered in blood and skin fragments, some of it fresh. I've heard of all sorts of hideous stories of these devices, but there seems to be a lack of evidence as to them really being used as torture devices. However, there is blood in this one. My darling wife is a prisoner of this dastardly cage. I must find a way to free her. Door is locked, and I don't have a key. Helping me look at the walls of these. Torchlight may be there mainly to terrify those trapped here even more, or just for the benefit of one or more sadists who come down here. This cage. Okay. I need how much to tell my children. Wait until they're a bit older and tell them the truth. Yeah, I'll tell them kids are resilient. Bring up the ground floor of the mansion. Sadly, no help with the door is locked tight. What do I have? I have trusty spanner. Can I use that on the lock? Not just yet. What does that mean? So I'm not surprised when I fail. Damn it! Maybe I can make use of this. Okay, so we have the whip. This is going to help me. So no purpose. Surely not. Oh, what do I need to do? Magnify that. Wait a minute, there's still a efforts to force the door open. What? I think the door is loose just a little. Yes. What's my shoulder? It becomes clear the only real damage done is my shoulder. Okay, so... Damn it. Having bashed the door in earlier, I wrapped the whip around the bar and pulled the rusty hinges just enough for my children to squeeze through. We do the same with the other door, pull together and release Steph. Now, how do we get out of here? I'll imagine help her as the door is locked tight. Okay, so we... For this. Out of this place. I can't talk to them. How do I find a way out of this place? Something about the left cage. Yeah, we got them free. Tips are chipped off. Oh, they're chipped off. Try pushing some of the flat spikes. I think there's some movement. I don't have the strength to move it. Okay, there we go. I had to look at it more. Okay. So I tightly grip each flat spike. I manage to force back each one. When the last one is pushed in, the Iron Maiden slowly slides to the side, revealing a passageway. I tell my family to follow me closely, with Steph and I holding their hands tightly. I tell them to close their eyes and hold their noses, and I have a horrible feeling that I know where the passage leads to. As I suspect, the passage hidden by the Iron Maiden leads into the cave. William and Sophie keep their eyes shut tight as I instructed them to. Steph doesn't comment on what she sees. After all she had been through, it isn't that much of a surprise. Finally, we get out of that terrible place and into the fresh air, and try to decide which direction to head in. Stepping twig. Who's there? Oh, thank goodness you escaped. We didn't know where you'd gone, our lordship, and we decided to get out as far away as we could from here as possible. Contact the police and get them to search for you. Oh, it's you. What a relief. I thought the family had escaped and were going to wreak their revenge on us. Escaped? Yes, I caught sight of them coming out of the pool house. Not sure what they were doing in there, but I followed them. They all went into the dining room and I locked the door on them. I see. Another key they didn't know you had, I presume? Yes, I have quite a collection, in fact. Then I scarpered. I was always my intention to leave the mansion at the earliest rational moment once I had found my heirloom. Or as it turned out, once you had found it. I assume you're as eager to get out of here as I am. If you come with me, I can lead you to the nearest town. It's quite a trek, but I have a map and a compass. Stick with me and you'll get there okay. We'd be most obliged. Is Francesca not with you? Yes, we wouldn't leave without Franny. I am here, sir. Those of us unaffected by the menace joined forces to escape. I only wish we could have been of more help to you and your family, but you seem to, well, disappear. We couldn't find you anywhere. It's a long story. Let's get away from this place. Avert your eyes, children. Gary, did we really have to come this way? Sorry. I should have mentioned that I intended to give Paul a proper burial. It is so loud, oh my god. It's the very least he deserves. So here you all are. Isabel, did you decide to come with us? That's what you're doing with Colonel Fitzpatrick Seinfeld. The rifle owned by Lady Charlotte's late husband. Good idea. We might need protection. Oh, my dear, sweet, innocent girl. You are too naive. I'm almost through sending you back to your maker. My dear woman, I know you're consumed with grief about your children, but... Grief? You think it is grief I feel most? No. It is anger. Intense anger and hate. Yet more French blood spilled at the hands of the English. Even worse, it was their own father. I should never have married him. I have known for years what the family was doing, but pretended to be so wrapped up in my grief that I had no idea what was going on. My scheme worked, too. One after another was killed. I was satisfied that the blood debt was being paid. How could you? You should understand more than anyone. How many French lives have been lost in wars to the English? What is happening here is merely a different kind of war. I view myself more English than French. I was only 5 when my parents moved over here, and after 5 more they were dead. Ungrateful girl. Who was it that saved you from the light on the streets? If you were more English than French, then I mourn not your demise. No, don't shoot her! Sound of a musket shot rings out. Holy shit.
Isabel fired the shot. Molly pushed Francesca away and took the bullet herself. Before anyone could react, Penelope appeared, took the spade we'd been about to use to dig Paul's grave, and swung it at Isabel's head.
Holy shit!
I suspect Penelope had decided that Isabel was to blame for what happened to the children, either directly or indirectly, but we never found out for sure. From that point onwards, Penelope refused to speak. Under the circumstances, she was not sent to prison, but rather to an asylum. I have heard these establishments are starting to become places of healing rather than torment. For Isabel's sake, I hope so. Molly was severely injured, but eventually made a full recovery. Francesca never left her side. They were as inseparable as twin sisters.
Or roommates.
Gary disappeared almost as soon as we reached civilization, but reappeared shortly afterwards, a considerably wealthy man.
What a twist. They never even know, I suppose.
To everyone's surprise, Gary and Francesca married shortly
never
after
met
they
her.
had recovered, with Molly as the maid of honor.
Called trauma bonding.
I was both astonished and honoured when Gary wrote to me asking me to be his best man. But he said that finding his heirloom had changed his entire life, so he could think of no better man for the job. When the police turned up at the mansion, Giles answered as if nothing had happened. After the authorities had no more questions for him, he simply vanished and was never heard of again. I suspect he made his way back to Scotland and found a job with a family there, or perhaps as a taster at a whiskey distillery.
The drunk.
Despite everything, the Dennison family could still afford the best lawyers in the land, but even they couldn't stop the remainder of the family from being committed to a lunatic asylum. Although they had committed such atrocities, I felt some sympathy for them, as the corruption that had entered into them was not of their own making. Isabel, once her head injury from Penelope's attack had healed, joined them. As for the lake, it was said that military and government officials have been swarming around it ever since.
Man's best friend.
I sincerely hope that this is to make the area completely safe, and not to obtain the substance in those barrels for some nefarious purpose.
Nefarious.
Despite the terror they endured, William and Sophie grew up to be fine young people, and our friends often commented that they were a credit to Steph and myself.
Hey, because we were truthful with them right off the bat.
All of us sometimes have bad dreams, but at least you can wake up from those.
Based on the decisions I made, my life was affected in different ways. I put the purple shrub I bought back from the lakeside into our tiny garden. Apart from one of the local stray cats acting very strangely, I didn't notice anything particular as a result. When I sent the Samuel Pepys diary page to the South Kennington Museum, I indicate that if a small recompense is available, I would like to receive it. A small payment is sent and my reputation is largely unaffected. I give the letter of Lord Dennison's study as evidence, and the family fail to notice that the letter in the study is my copy until it is too late for their defense lawyers to take any action. An investigation is launched which uncovers that police chief has accepted bribes from multiple sources. The police chief and several accomplices are imprisoned, and I become a national hero. I decided not to inform anyone about the crystal skull I found in a secret room in the mansion. I never find out what happened to it. Damn it! Wrong choice! Wrong choice! Isabel was a bad guy! I fucked up! I decided to tell my children the whole truth about what's happened as soon as I get home. They have frequent nightmares for the next few years, and I wonder if it was really the right thing to do. Oh, shit. Have you come upon them all? Yeah, kids, skull, chief of police, the note, and yeah, we found them all, yeah. The corruption within, letter and short, yeah, we got them all, yeah. That was entertaining. A little annoying in some parts where we had to continually look at something, so we got a little lost, but, you know, I enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed this. I wish there was more voice acting, though. I really do. Or that the choices kind of maybe affected the ending a little bit more drastically, other than like kind of a side note, but honestly, I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. I didn't realize it was Kickstarter, though. I can check in a second. I think I paid $10 for it. So it's just all the patrons. Turn the volume back up because it's not super, like, I turned the volume back because it was super loud, then it got super quiet, and yeah, I wish that the oh, Game Maker Studio 2, cool. The end, thanks for playing. I wish the sound was a little bit more even, so it wasn't super loud and super quiet in places, but oh well. Thanks for playing. You're welcome. No, I enjoyed it. It was definitely worth it.